Hey everyone, take two, I'm back. For some reason, when I first connected, the chat kind of went dead after 6 seconds. I'm not sure what happened. It just kind of disconnected. I'm not sure what happened. Anyway, I'm here now, yeah? And what I was saying earlier was I've just been to an indoor play park with my laptop, my son, and two of the other kids in the street, which was kind of nice fun. Because it's nice to kind of do something a little bit different, right? You know, a bit of fun with the kids as well. But there's only so much you can get done when you're out with kids. Anyone gone out to a play park with kids and tried to work with a laptop? There's only so much you can get done. However, we still had a reasonable amount of fun, I think. But I hope you're okay. By the way, if anyone is watching this, please remember to change the resolution of the feed, okay? Because I know some people have said to me when they watch this, the resolution's quite poor. It's actually the YouTube. So hit the cog, click the cog, and change the resolution. Don't forget to hit like. Don't forget to subscribe. Hey George. Hey Artif. Yeah, I've just been out with the kids, by the way, Artif. So left home at 9:30. Was at a play park from 10 to 12. Just come back now. So in a way, nearly 3 hours of my life, nearly 3 hours, I've kind of lost to play park. But it still meant I got to log on and do some stuff. And I was just saying before I got cut off before, is the directory website we started last week. The client last night came back with 25 changes they wanted. And all of the changes were valid. I just wish they had told me at the start these are what they wanted, because I could have done it at the time. Sometimes, hey Ahmed, sometimes when you're talking to a client, you agree what you're going to do. And then they tell you afterwards, change the word listing to business, change this to that. You kind of go, you know, you've got 25 requests you want to have changed here. But actually, if you told me this at the start, it would have been nipped in the bud then. But hey, yeah, so Atif, what's happened was someone who's commented quite a few times, what they said was, and they wrote, and then in capitals they went, "You talk too much." And I was like, what's the problem here? No, Jimmy, I'm glad, to be honest, Jimmy, I'd realised anyway. So, you know, when you messaged me, Jimmy, I'd already got the note. I could already see it disconnected, which I was like, what's going on here? But yeah, so someone commented on one of the videos and they were like, they like the content, and then in capitals they went, "But you talk too much." So I replied back to them and I said, "I'm really sorry, but that's the way I am, and there's loads of other people you could follow." They then replied back with that I've got a problem with positive criticism. Now, I'm not sure if that is what I call positive criticism. You know, so when you tell someone, "You're too quiet, you talk too much," it's a little bit like, no, that's not positive criticism. That's just you've got a problem with me talking. So I basically just told them, well, unsubscribe. I don't care if I lose subscribers because they don't like what I do or whatever kind of thing, you know. Go follow someone else. But yeah. And I wasn't annoyed by it. I just found it really cheeky. It's like, you know, Lightbox, Jeffrey, for Lightbox. It's like, no, not Jeffrey, Jeremy. It's like me going onto his channel and saying, "I don't like you wearing baseball caps." You'd be like, well, don't follow me then. Go elsewhere. Or maybe someone says, "I don't like the purple background, Ferdy," or Reno, living with Pixel's glasses. It's like, what? Get on with it. It starts tomorrow, RT. But I'm guessing Jimmy, I don't know if Jimmy's there yet. I know he lives there, but I don't know if he's actually visited. But I think it officially starts tomorrow. To be honest, though, Artif, I've had it quite a few times where people have said, "You talk too much," or and I kind of go, "Then don't follow me. Go elsewhere." You know, don't. One thing I've learned in life is don't change to satisfy someone else unless you believe in that change. If someone says to me, change something, right? And I go, yeah, you know what? I can see a logic here and they're right. I will adapt or evolve. But what you don't do is change just because someone goes, oh. No, I'll tell you what it was, Atif. I think what rattled me a bit was because they went and put that bit in block capitals. It was like, you know when anyone does that, that's their way of shouting, in my opinion. If anyone writes something and then they put it in block capitals, hey, Mark, then I'm like, ugh, they've got a bit of beef. Contributor Day, Jimmy. It's too advanced. So what do they do on Contributor Day? What do they do exactly? I wonder. So, one person who works with the My Listing theme contacted me because they've created lots of added on plugins. But I have to be honest, when I looked at their plugins that they want me to promote for them, I was like, I don't see any benefit to your plugins. I can't do a video to review them. I see no benefit. And that's one thing I'll be really honest about. If I get asked to do a review on a plugin and I see no value in it, I'm not going to do it. Because it'll be a very quick, short video, but I don't care. I just feel like it's wasting my time if there's nothing of value there. I just can't. I didn't see the value in it. Exactly, George. And the thing is, yeah, that if people, you know, if someone says to me what I've produced, the content was wrong, so I've said use this or do that, and I was completely wrong, then I'll delete the video and do a new one, or I'll just scratch it off kind of thing, you know? And so it's like, but when someone says, oh, I didn't like your hairstyle, or you talk too much, or I don't like the way you look, you know, that's kind of like going, psh, 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 psh. Thanks for that link, Jimmy, by the way, contribute today. Contribute today. Oh, I get it. Yeah, it's more like ice. It's a little bit of ice breaking, isn't it? Contribute today. That would be cool, Jimmy. Yeah, if you can. You're right. You're right, George. Because sometimes people do. Sometimes people they just don't care, or they take pleasure knowing that they've kind of made someone else feel bad or low, which I hate. I hate when that happens. Well, the thing is that there's a part of me where if I knew everyone was using something and I feel they were being misled, I would have to do a video on it. If, however, I got asked to review a plugin or a theme or a template or whatever, and I see no benefit in telling you to use it, I just can't do it. So the My Listing theme for directories, there's a guy, he's created 4 plugins. He charges $5 a year. $5 a year. That's really cheap. Don't get me wrong, $5 a year is really cheap, right? But these plugins do nothing for me to make it the plugin better. Like one of his plugins, it converts all the buttons. You know the glass morphism effect? You know you have the every button is like a glass effect, and it's inset into the screen, so it's like it's going inwards. You know what I mean? Not outwards, but inwards with the shadow effect. And I just looked at it and thought, that is only going to work on a very futuristic sci-fi-ish website. I can't promote something that I know. So I'm now starting our 7th directory theme website tomorrow. The past 6 and the new one now, so that's 7. None of them would look any better to have that extra plugin. That feature does nothing for them. So it's a bit like and at the end of the day, it's just a bit of CSS, right? So obviously this plugin is just a bit of extra CSS, whatever, that basically takes every button and offsets it. And I'm sat there thinking, you could just put some CSS into your theme customizer so that every button has this inset shadow effect and looks like that. And I was a bit like, I cannot do a video telling people, go spend $5 on this plugin, which glass morphism for the buttons. It's a bit, do you get what I mean? It doesn't do anything to take the My Listing theme further. It doesn't do something out, like, whoa, this is super, super cool. None of that. Do you know what I mean? Do you get what I mean, Artiv? Do you get where I'm coming from now? And they contacted me, and there's no payment. This is just a freebie. And they're even going to give me a lifetime license. And I was like, but I wouldn't use it. I just wouldn't use it. And I can't justify. And that's my problem, Artif. It's like, but you could write the CSS for the button and it will apply to every button. Why would you tell anyone to pay $5? I was like, one of the other plugins they do is, what was it again? It was probably the most rubbish one I've ever seen. Oh yeah, so when you have the My Listing theme, you have drop-down boxes, right? Or you can have a checkbox. So when you have your filter, you can have checkbox or drop-down. They've gone and added one in for accordion. And I was a bit like, but you've added in an extra step. So now when I go to the filter, you got to click the accordion to open, and then you pick your option. And I was like, but the drop-down, you might as well just have the drop-down then. Think about it. The drop-down, you click it and you pick your option. The accordion, you click and you pick your option. What's the difference here? What is the real difference? Or just give them the checkbox, so there is no need to click. You just click the checkboxes now. So again, I was like, $5 for an accordion feature. It was like, it just made no sense. It made no logical sense to me. Why would you pay $5 for that? And I don't know, George. I don't know, what they've seen. I just felt like, good luck to them. But I felt like if you're going to say you're creating add-ons for the My Listing theme, create an add-on which is worthy of being called an add-on. Do you know what I mean? Hypocritical. I mean, I am nice to people that help me. I am. But when I know I'm in a shop or I'm with people, my hair's a bit weird today. I'm with people that aren't nice to me. I just can't work with them. I would say though that it's a bit of a balance, I think, Artif, with when you're genuine from the heart, and sometimes where you have to be nice to get something out of it. Because sometimes you're with some people where, let me get an example. Some people need to receive a compliment and then they go the extra mile. So I know I will do above and beyond from the heart. I'll always be there. I'll always do what I can. Some people because say it's a waiter who is serving 200 people a day, people just become people. They almost become a little bit just like blurs in the air. Oh, hey, can I have this? Oh, hey, can I have that? They're just blurs. And if you make that waiter feel special in the way you talk to them, they may now suddenly do a bit more for you. So I do think that sometimes you have to appreciate that some people need that compliment to feel like they're doing something worthy. Do you know what I mean? So it's like I used to work in a cinema, so about, oh God, we're talking a long time here. 27 years ago. 27 years ago, I worked in the cinema, and people just became blurs. But then whenever there was someone who was like, hey, thank you very much. Oh, yeah, da-da-da-da, or blur. You felt just a compliment somewhere out the air, something. It just made you feel a little bit special. It lifts you up. And it reminds you that the blurs, they're not blurs, they're people. So it's okay, I think, sometimes to be nice to people. It's not hypocritical, it's okay. Just replying to some comments on here. So hopefully that window cleaners website will get back to me today again with hopefully the changes we did were good enough for them. There's one change they've asked for which I've said we can't do. So one of the maps on their website doesn't work properly, and the developers have said they need FTP access. FTP. However, I've said to them, you're going to move this website to a secure domain. So this isn't even the right domain. You're going to move it to another domain. I would say if it still doesn't work there, then get the developer to look into it. There's no point getting the developer to look into it here, sort or do something out, and then you move it and then it breaks again. Move it and then fix it, because that is not a showstopper. The directory with the map works wicked. A page with just the map, the My Listing theme, for some reason it's not working, and a few people have raised this since there was a recent update, and I've said get it over to the new domain, not the new domain, the existing domain with the HTTPS. Still not working, then look at the FTP. Let the developers look then. Do it once, do it right. Yeah, no worries, George. Don't worry. No worries. I've slightly fallen behind on recording YouTube videos. I was going to do some on Sunday. Didn't happen. I was going to do it on Monday. Didn't properly happen. Tuesday didn't happen. So I've got about 3 I really want to get done. Really do want to get them done. Just because I want to get them done. I don't like to have a backlog of things. And also I get a bit itchy and twitchy. Because, one thing I will say, though, is about anyone out there that's ever going to do any YouTube videos or anything like that, it's a bit like writing. One of the lessons I learned 12 years ago was write every day. Every day, write. You can type, pen, whatever. Don't miss a day. No matter what day it is, do a little bit. Never skip a day. It could be a page, half a page, a couple of sentences, something. It could be editing. It could be jotting down notes, plots, character arcs, whatever, okay? Because the minute you skip a day, you'll then skip another day. Then you'll skip a week, then a month, then a year. You know what I mean? You get into a rut. And it's a bit like training, I know that if I don't do my sit-ups one day, I might skip it another day. Bad move. Weights, exercise, anything, right? When you get into that mindset, it sometimes takes a big push to get you back in. Hey, take care, Atif, all right? Have fun with the kids. Yeah, look forward to your email as well, by the way. So what I say is that when I find that if I have 2 or 3 days where I haven't recorded a video, I can get back into it. I got no issues there, but I feel like a part of me has gone, like, I feel like my heart has gone boom. Like it's dropped to the pit of my belly, you know, not even pit, into the pit of my backside. I don't know where. It's gone somewhere. Does anyone else have that? Is there a passion or something you have? Doesn't have to be websites, doesn't have to be videos or writing, could be jogging, training, whatever, cooking, anything. Do any of you have a passion or something where if you skip a day or two of doing it, you hit a lull moment? And there's always a danger that if you don't pick it up again, you're going to struggle to get back into the rhythm of what it was you were doing. Does anyone else have that problem? Mine is creating YouTube videos. If I don't do at least a video a day, I feel like there's a part of me just withering away in a corner somewhere, just dying. I've just got to do something. You know, it's like, keep at it, keep at it. Mark. Can you give us like a quick summary of that? Like, so the Atomic Habits. What is there like a 1 or 2 liner about that? And I do agree, habits and routines. And I can't do it now. My excuse is a rubbish one that I don't have the time. But when we go back, we're going back 20 years. For a good 10 years, I used to always go to the gym at 6:30 in the morning. Even if I was there for 45 minutes, half an hour, or 15 minutes, it didn't matter. Just to get that rush of adrenaline, pumping something, weights, running, whatever, cardio, the endorphins exploding in my brain early in the morning. The rest of the day, I was on fire. I didn't care what happened. I was on fire on those days because I was feeling energized and alive. When I didn't go to the gym on one of those mornings for whatever reason, I was not on fire. I was good. I was there. I was alive. I had my eyes open. But I was not on fire. I was not on fire. There's just things. Because sometimes I'd go to the gym, didn't have time for cardio, and I quickly just do a bit of weights and go. So I know I haven't really pumped my heart. I know I haven't really worked hard. But it's just something inside of you kicks in. So Jimmy goes tarot reading. Tarot reading? So is that something you do every day then, Jimmy? Hold on. I'm trying to work this out. Is it you do it to yourself or you do it to others? How's that work? Is that something you do to yourself or you do to others, Jimmy? I'm guessing you do it to yourself. I mean, one of the other habits I used to have when I was about 15, and I did this for a good 5 or 6 years, was I always felt that after my evening meal, dinner, I had to play a game of solitaire on my own. Don't ask me why. And I didn't even play it on the computer because you could then. I preferred to actually get a pack of cards and actually do it with a pack of cards. I don't know why. I just had this. There was something about solitaire. After my evening dinner, I felt I just had to do that. And I think part of it was like my reflecting time. It was almost like a part of reflection of the day, my life, what I'd eaten. So Jimmy's in a learning curve. I tell you what, Jimmy, the only time it's not cup of tea for me is when you pull out the death card. Then I'm scared, right? The death card. Don't you dare pull out the death card on me. But yeah, I used to play solitaire. It was always my time of reflection. I used to just sort of kind of like absorb. And it was and when you're playing it on your own, I could block out all the noise around me, and you just. Is it a positive one? It's not a positive one in the movies. In the movies, when they pull out the death card, everyone goes, is it also like, I suppose you could say, is the death card what's the word, symbolic maybe of, oh yeah, you've said it symbolizes a new path. Yeah, so is it like you're closing off a bad thing, moving on to a different thing? So it could be a project. This project is dead, move on. The devil is a bad one. How many times have you pulled out the devil? That sounds quite weird, but how many times have you pulled out the devil, Jimmy? But yeah, I can see how, like, you know, you could I can definitely see how you could close off. You know, you could say, right, it's time to move on, everyone. It's time to just let go. I think someone said something here. Three times, you did 3 times with the devil. I bet that burnt. I'm not even going to try to pretend to understand tarot reading, because I think it's because it's all the connections, isn't it? So you can have all these cards, and that card plus that card means X, but that same card with another card means Y, and then that card, you know. So it's like it's all the possible trajectories you can get from 52. How many cards are there? Is it 50? No, it's not. Is it? How many cards do they normally have, though? A full pack of tarot cards. How many cards are there? Ooh, no. COVID. 72. That's a lot of that's a hell of a lot of different possible connections, right? That's a lot of connections. So this window cleaner website, because they're based in New York, I probably won't hear from them until about 5 p.m, 6 p.m. Because they usually reply about midday their time. Which anyone who knows me means I'll be working late. So last night I was working till about midnight doing their 25 changes. Some of them I had to do some special CSS coding and stuff like that, and I was really glad I got all those stuff done. But yes, this is the bit where sometimes working for transatlantic clients is a bit of a pain. I mean, I could, when they email late, I could leave it till tomorrow, but I just can't do that. I just can't switch off. You know, the minute I've seen that email, the minute I clock it, I feel like, oh, right, okay. I'll watch a bit of TV and whatever. You know, Stranger Things, whatever. And then I'll crack onto it. I just can't let it go. Because, in fact, I have to be honest with you. In fact, last night when I worked on it, my son's asleep, my wife's asleep. There's no one disturbing me. Just got the radio on in the background and I can just do it. Whereas in the morning, I might be doing it with other stuff. And then I might be rushing it a bit as well, because I want to get it back to them so that when they wake up, there's the reply ready for them. But at least now I know I did it last night and I know, right, I can sleep on it now. I don't need to worry about it. And when they wake up, they'll see it all there. And I'm not now trying to hit a timeline. One of the other reasons I wanted to get it done was because we start another website tomorrow. And when you're working on 2 directory websites, your brain gets a bit... So I need to keep them independent. Exactly, Jimmy. And that's it, you see. Hardly any emails. Very few notifications. You know, there's just... you just get on with it. And also the fact it was 25 changes they wanted. They weren't all big, but they were just some stuff like the word listing, which is present everywhere throughout the theme. They want to change to the word business. The easiest way to do that was with Loco Translate. By the way, Loco Translate is a really good plugin. I know a lot of people don't always use it, but when you're using a theme or a template or something and you want to change the word, you just put it in, find all the mentions and whatever, and just work through it. Right? Work through it and it's fine. Work through and it's fine. Got quite a few Facebook messages I need to do. I can tell you now, Jimmy. I think at the moment we've got 7 people watching. You haven't scared off. To be honest though, Jimmy, I'm the one that just sits there yapping, right? Because I talk too much, at yapping. And a lot of the other people are kind of working in the background anyway. So it's, it's all good. It's all okay. I do need to check on some stuff. I'll tell you one thing though. When I like to pre-plan a lot of videos, and while I was at the play park with my son, the indoor play park, him and his friends, I was staring and going, there comes a point when you have to be careful you don't repeat yourself, repetition in what you do. And it's trying to find something new to do. And I think I should do a really big heavy duty video on using the My Listing theme. I think it's about time I did something. The last video was 7 months ago. And I think it's time to do another big one. Better microphone and all of that, studio. I just think it's a good thing to do, right? Not a bad thing to do. Officially start your other job in what? You officially start your other job in 2 minutes. Officially start your job in 2 minutes. That's so hilarious. Do you just log on or something? Or do they contact you? Or you just join a meeting? I used to love it when you go to so many meetings in the NHS and you had your laptop out, and quite often I was just doing something else. I'm replying to emails, writing notes, doing work, just something and anything in the background. But yeah, good luck, Jimmy. Good luck. I hope it cracks up to be everything you want. Or you wanted it to be. Ah, got you. It's quite early though, isn't it? 7 a.m. 7 a.m. start, even though that's their time. Ah, I got you, Jimmy. Got you. So yeah, I need to pick it up a notch with some bigger tutorial videos. I haven't done a really big, because sometimes the best way to attract another audience is people that are subscribed and stuff quite like the short videos, new tricks, new ways to do something else to learn. People like that. But sometimes when you're trying to attract a new audience, the bigger videos work a little bit better. I've started to realize that is very true, because people are looking for like a A to Z, how to design a website or use the My Listing theme. I can see a lot of YouTubers also go right back to basics with, here's where you get your domain, here's your hosting server, blah, 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 blah. I am feeling less inclined to do that because I feel like there's only so many times you can keep saying get your domain, get your hosting, here's your setting, da 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 da. Because sometimes I don't want people to follow exactly what I do there because they may need to think differently about their website. And to be honest, if someone is going to be looking at a directory website, hopefully they've already worked out their domain and their hosting. We've got videos for it anyway, so I feel like those videos are there for them to see. But I do need to do an update on the WooCommerce one, the My Listing theme, creating web pages and stuff like that. Redesigning that client's website we start tomorrow. Do you know what, that website I showed you yesterday about the food and restaurant blogger, where it just looked, the homepage just looked, there was nothing in that homepage to make me go, ooh, I want to read this. It was like off-putting. And I still feel like that website needs a overhaul in terms of the header, right? It just needs a total overhaul. And I am going to do it. I'm going to overhaul it. And because I just feel like he's been led up the garden path by Blue Sky, part of Bluehost, for what they've done, and I think because he paid a lot of money to Blue Sky as part of Bluehost to help create this, sometimes people get attached to it and they don't want to see the fact it's not working and it's not going to convert or anything, because they feel like, well, I've paid for it, and if it's all undone, what did they pay for? But this is the bit where you have to kind of go, look, you made the pizza, you built the pizza, you cooked the pizza, you put the toppings on, but no one likes it. It doesn't matter that you spent $100 on the best chicken you can find on this earth for your pizza. It does not matter, because that's wasted. That chicken is wasted now, right? It's cooked. No one's eating it. It's wasted. So don't go, oh, but that cost $100. It doesn't matter. No one's eating it. So take it on the chin and redo it. And he is coming round to that. Bless him. He is coming round to that. Mainly, the way I got him to come round to it, he's not fully round it, but the way I've helped him is I said, right, look at these example websites. I said, forget the content. Just look at the screenshots, right? Just look at the header and the hero banner. What do you see? What do you feel? What lures you in? What makes you go, I can smell the pizza, right? What is doing that? Now look at yours. Are you getting that? Because I'm not getting it. And I'm independent. I make no more money if I redo it. And I'm telling you, I'm redoing it for you for free. It was not part of what we agreed, but I am telling you, I really want to hit your homepage, because I'm going to feel really bad if we upgrade your website to a directory website and I let you carry on with that homepage. I just can't let you do that. For free, I'm going to do that for you. So you lose nothing. I lose time, but you lose nothing. I was horrified. Blue Sky are part of Bluehost. It's their WordPress building team. For 6 months, he was paying $350. Just do the maths on that. What is the maths on that? 1,000. $2,100. $350 a month. A month. So $2,100 he has spent. And I just think, they didn't even touch the Elementor side because they don't like using Elementor. They installed loads of plugins. They've even said to him, if you leave us, you will lose your license for Elementor Pro. I said, don't worry, I'll sort you out on that. You'll lose Smush, Hummingbird, and something else. Monster Insights, and Yoast. And I was like, you don't need Smush because you'll use bulk resized photos. You don't need Hummingbird. Don't worry about that. You don't need Monster Insights because we'll use Rank Math and Google Search Console and Google Analytics. Right? And Elementor Pro. I said, don't worry. Because I've said to him, you will pay $60 a month to us. And as part of that, you get your Elementor Pro. As part of that, you get us looking after your WordPress website, your plugins, your themes, and all of that. So we're there to help you as time goes on with like, well, what about this and what about that? We're there to help you. $350. $2,100. Right? And this guy, when I told him how much it's costing for us to do his directory website, he was like this. Really? Because it was a lot cheaper than he thought it was ever going to be, and he was panicking because he didn't have the money for it. But too many companies. There's just too many companies. GoDaddy do it. Bluehost do it. Loads of them do it, don't they? Hey, you pay your loads extra and you get a dedicated WordPress support team. All they do is update your plugins and your themes and load loads of extra stuff on. Smush, Hummingbird, Monster Insights. Come on. Monster Insights. Which is okay, but you don't need it. Seriously, you got Google Search Console and Google Analytics. What do you need it for? You don't need it. Okay, so you don't need it. Calm down, everyone. Calm down. We are the saviors. Hey, how you doing, Jason? How's things going with you, by the way, Jason? Not just from a business side of things, but life as well. How are things? Have you got kids? Are they on holiday, half term? Hey, Chingy. Welcome back, Chingy. I hope it was all good stuff, though, okay? I hope it was all good stuff. So I've got to reply to a message here. Someone here's using hello, and they've created a child theme. And I'm basically saying I don't always recommend using child themes. I just say just use code snippets. It's just the way I like to work. $15 and $12. I feel very tight today. Do you know what I mean? I just feel, you can feel in your muscles or your body, you just feel a little bit like, I don't know, constricted a bit. So yeah, I'm one of those people where, believe it or not, and loads of you are going to shout at me about this, But not in a single website have I used a child theme. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? In not a single website that we've built, I've used a child theme. I prefer to use code snippets because everything is in one place and I know what's being applied and I can deactivate, activate, whatever. I'm not having to continue. I'm not having to mess around with the child theme. And also because if the theme updates, you then got to make sure your child theme, I just find it can get messy. And I get nervous. Sometimes someone has said, oh yeah, just go and change the theme. Just go and add this to the functions and the PHP. And I'm basically like, shut up. I am not going to do that. No, I'm like, But, I just find that, if I really need to do something to muck around with that theme or whatever, CSS usually does the trick. 9 times out of 10 CSS that you can put either in your theme customizer or somewhere else. And then code snippets if you're going to start mucking around with a bit of JavaScript or whatever. So you know where everything is, especially when you give it back to the client or whatever. And also it's easier for you if you have another website and you go, oh yeah, I need that code. You just pick the code up from somewhere else. It's kind of works. Right, so George wants to do a petition. Disallow use of multiple page. Whoa. Are you talking about the same website, George? Hey, Carapace. George, one person who asked for help had a Beaver Builder and Elementor on the same website. And I was like, why? Why are you got two? And they're like, oh, well, it was already there. Do you need it? And it was just like, So come on, George. When you say disallow use of multiple page builders, what they got? Elementor and... Or maybe they got Divi. Oh my God, it's probably going to be the worst combination. Divi and Visual Composer. That's like I'm in a nightmare now. Divi and Visual Composer together. I've always hated the word Visual Composer as well. Can I say that? Can I say that without getting sued? I've never liked the name Visual Composer. It's always for me. It just does not make. I don't feel any affiliation towards websites. Whenever I hear it, I feel like it just feels it feels messed up. It's like art and music. I know composer can be for art as well, but it just feels, I never get it. It always just feels like you're trying to merge, but there's a magnet force going, and it's proportionally, it just doesn't work. Sorry for the sound effects, by the way. Yeah, exactly. I can't even remember much about Visual Composer, actually, about how excited people were. I mean, to be honest, though, right now, though, it is very muddied with what page builder to use. And I think a lot of people will very commonly see Divi and obviously Elementor, Wix, Squarespace, Webflow. They seem to be the more noise is about them. And then you have everything else that comes with Oxygen and Visual Composer, Beaver, but then there's loads of other ones. I don't like how many page builds AppSumo have. Has anyone seen AppSumo? They have loads of page builders, and I just feel like you're muddying the water here. You're muddying, and I go, some of these plugins, I look at them, because because I'm registered with AppSumo, you get a newsletter, and I look at them and I go, this is rubbish. This is rubbish. What is this? Why would you use this? I don't remember Headway. Maybe I came across it, but I don't remember it. Yeah, bricks seem to be moving at a very steady pace, don't they? Bricks do seem to be moving at a very steady pace. Yeah, I mean, I've only used AppSumo once for something and I found it atrocious. But they seem to have a lot of page builders. I'm just going to check my son, okay, because I haven't heard from him in about an hour. I'm just going to pop my head out. I'll be back in 1 minute. Is everyone okay out there?
Simon said that orange swirly thing tastes like cookie.
Okay, Raheem. Cheers, mate. Hey, I'm back. Yeah, he's all right. He's out there with his mates. He's fine. Do you know something, Ben? That's exactly how I feel. I never ever buy anything from Code. The only thing I get from Code Canyon or Invanto is my listing theme for clients. Well, they buy it. I tell them where to go. But you know what? There's quite a few plugins and stuff like booking stuff or whatever I've bought, and I didn't really use them and will never use them. Kind of thing. Slider Revolution. So one of our clients has got that, and they're not even using it. And I know a lot of people that have gone and bought it and then realised actually they kind of got swept away by the demo. And when they then apply it with their images and what they want to use, actually the Slider Revolution is not worth using. I've got nothing against Slider Revolution, by the way. It's just some products out there have amazing demos, right? And you get swept away by that. You know, some of them have the slanted approach with their sliders. You know, it looks really cool. But when you apply it to you or your client's website, you all of a sudden you go, that doesn't really work. So you go back to doing it like that. And then you go, oh, did I really need slider now? Yeah, Rev Slider, is there's another one, Prime. Is it Prime Slider? I think it's called Prime Slider. They've got amazing demos. But when you actually use it, it ain't that good. In fact, it breaks quite often. When you're building and trying to preview, it doesn't, you even have to regenerate and all of that. It doesn't always work. To be honest, on this live chat, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I know. Yeah, sorry, George. Yeah, George and Carapos are probably the two that use Visual Composer the most. Bless them. That's what I mean, Carapos. This is the point I'm coming to. So they go and get this plugin literally for what you've just said, a background image with text. And it might even just be 2 or 3 slides. And I kind of go, you could just use the standard one. Because they've been swept away by the demo, or they failed to appreciate or understand it was in like Elementor Pro. Oh yeah, George, don't worry. I know it's not by choice. I know what you would do if you had the choice. You'd delete the website. Ah, nice one, Carapace. Rebuilt in HTML, CSS. But yeah, it's what's the other plugin some people use and they don't really need it? Galleries. A lot of people sometimes use gallery widgets. And I often say to them, what have you got that for? Just use the gallery that comes with Elementor Pro. You know, like the masonry effect. And they're like, oh, I didn't know. And I go, yeah, but did you even bother looking? They go, yeah, look at the gallery. It's basic. I go, yeah, you're using the basic gallery. Type gallery in Elementor. You got basic, and then you got the other gallery. You've got your masonry and whatever effect there. You know? And that's something I don't like, Jason. I don't like how a lot of themes. I'll tell you one thing I don't like, right? Listen to this, right? Try and explain this one to me. The My Listing theme comes with Elementor and advises you to buy Elementor Pro to do more stuff. But it comes packaged with Contact Form 7. I get why, because it's free, but I just felt like of all the form plugins you could give them, you gave them Contact Form 7. And so many themes and plugins, they do come bundled with Contact Form 7 or WP Forms. I hate WP Forms. I really do not like WP Forms. If you like WP Forms, great, good for you, but I really don't like it. And that's one thing I will say about Elementor. The forms is not brilliant. It doesn't have logic and stuff, it doesn't have that. However, building the form when you're on the page is so effortless. It's great, right? It's so good. And I do really like that. The fact it's just kind of there, it's built in. So you can do it on the page. I don't like it. Forminator gets away with it because Forminator is good in itself. But I don't like it when you're working on a client site. They've got WP Form. You've got to go into WP Form, different window, and then you're looking at it on the website. I don't like that. I like to build as you're going to see it. I like that. I like doing that. Not, but building. I have not. I used P.net once about a year and a half. No, it was nearly 2 years ago I used it. I think it's close to 2 years. And it took me a while to get used to it. And I've only used it once. And from what I remember, I liked it, but I wasn't crazy about it. I haven't used it enough. But it also says something about the fact that if Elementor Form can't service what I need, I then go to Forminator to service what I need. And I don't use Gravity Forms. I don't use Ninja. I don't use P.net. I don't use loads of other form builders out there. But Contact Form 7 it just looks cheap and tacky. And WP Forms is, like you said, Jason, it's clunky. It's just so... You start building it and it's like, oh, what's that do then? And, oh, I want it to go here. No, I can't do that. I've got to do that. And he's like, At least with the Elemental Form, you just... To be honest, though, a lot of people do say... the multi-step form, P.net, but I am going to pick Atif's head, because on that website Atif he did like a multi-step form, which I really like the look of, and I want to have a look at that. I've just got an email from Pixar. Just Pixar can't chat. Try logging out. So Pixar says none of his comments are appearing. Try logging out and coming back in. What's up with Pixar there? So Pixar's here, but he can't get in. Not sure what's up with him then. I know he's not banned. He's not blocked. I know that. He's not blocked. So where is he? Yeah, Jimmy, I can see yours. No, I mean, Pixar's to be honest though, I've gone into the settings, right, and YouTube's just said to me, sorry, cannot access. So I think there's a do you know earlier, Jimmy, I started streaming and it cut out after 6 seconds. And I was like, what's going on here? So I wonder if like, and I'm right now, there are some people I have blocked, by the way. You know, the spammers. But Pixar is not on here. He's not. Hold on, just telling Pixar. No, sorry, no. What I meant was, so just telling him to log out of Google and then go. What I meant was log out of Google and then go back in. There you go. So I've asked him just to log out of Google, you know, YouTube, and then go back in. And I'm just checking the list. There's loads of names on this list where I've blocked, but these are all people who have like caused a lot of trouble over time. That's kind of weird. I wonder why he's. Yeah, he's not on the blocked list for sure. I don't know. I can't explain it. Hopefully he'll come back in. When I get older, losing my hair, many years from now. I wonder if I could. Does Pixar even have a YouTube channel? I don't think he does he? No, he doesn't. I don't know. Does he have a YouTube? There you go, I found him. So he's yeah, I don't know what's happened to him. Hopefully he gets back in. We'll know in a moment though, won't we? We will know in a moment. Hey, Pixar, you're there. You're back. You're back. We can see you. You're in the house. You're back, Pixar. I think there was just a bit of a YouTube wobbly, maybe, because it cut me out, and something. And right now, when I tried to go into the settings, it said, "Sorry, you don't have access." And I was like, "What's going on there? What is going on there?" But you are now back in the house. You're not on YouTube under any other name, are you, Pixar? Are you? You're not under any other name. You are just Pixar, right? Oh, it doesn't matter. Don't yeah. I have no idea what happened there then. You're definitely not on my blocked list, and I think it was just a Google YouTube was just out of sync. Just out of sync. Hello, Pixar. No way, Pixar. Do you know what? That would get me really mad. That would, right? If you hear this long and you're talking or you're trying to chat and no one is replying to you and you're like, what have I done wrong? What are you ignoring me for? You know, that would be a pain in the butt. I'd get angry. I would leave and never be seen again. Anyway, you're safe, Pixar. Right, you're back. We got you. Did you do what I did then, where I said, come out of Google and go back? To be honest, though, Google has been a bit funny, okay, with the YouTube. But don't worry, you're here now. Pixar party. All right, Pixar, what are you up to? What are you up to, dude? Do you know something? Right, so I can tell you now, I'm not going to share it on screen, but YouTube have YouTube Studio. That's how you go live, record videos and all of that. Right now, the studio, the way they present has completely changed. They've gone and changed it. So what they've basically done is they've now changed the way it looks a tiny bit, not massively, but in a few places they've changed it. And I have to say, I don't mind the changes, but I'm not sure they really had to do that. So by doing that, I think that just caused a bit of a wobble with YouTube. YouTube never tell you when they do an update, by the way. They never even tell you. They don't even tell you after they've done the update. Did you know that? They just do stuff. No, Pixar. Community news. Community news. What was your comment? Which one was the comment for? What was your comment, Pixar? Yeah, anyone who's honest gets blacklisted on here. We don't allow honesty. Honesty is just not allowed. No, Pixar, that comment didn't even come through. I think your connection just wobbled out. I don't know, mate. I really don't know what's happened there, Pixar. Mate, I really don't know. Let's just hope that never happens again. No, you're back. And don't worry, by the way, I've gone through the blocked list. That's usually when I get spammed on here and stuff, you know, all those blocks. But you're not on there. You're not on there. And don't worry about it, all right? No, I did. It's very true, though, about... it relates to how last night, late last night, someone said, oh, you talk too much when I do the normal YouTube videos. And I was a bit like, you don't like it? What you doing here? Go elsewhere. Go follow someone else. You okay, mate?
You're in a live chat.
I'm on a live chat.
Hello. The reason why we were late because we went to Rascal Ranch again with my friends.
I don't think they care. You got pizza on the table if you're hungry. Okay, listen, right. When you guys play Nerf Wars, be kind and nice to each other, all right?
We're making teams.
Yeah.
Me, I'm on Serena and David's team.
Okay, yeah, cool. Good for you. Lovely. I'm so excited. Have fun. Don't kill each other. Nerf Wars, hey. Leave them to it. Leave them to it. I'll tell you what, when this live chat is over, I cannot wait to hit that bike and do some weights and do a bit of exercise. I just feel I'm hitting a lull moment because I haven't really done much. What I mean is, went to an indoor play park and I'm just sat at a table for like 2 hours, hardly moving for 2 hours.
Well, you could have got up.
I didn't want to get up. You play your Nerf words and stay out of this. So I didn't get up. Then you come to get back home, driving home. Then I start the live chat. So it'll be another hour and a bit of not really moving. And when I go through long periods of not moving, it does create a lull in my head, and I feel like I've got to do something.
You know what my big X shot is?
No, I don't. What did you do with your guns? Did you bring them all home yesterday?
Oh, yeah, report.
Yeah. Just got some comments here for some people and stuff that I gotta just do here. But yeah, just waiting for a client to get back with further comments about their window cleaning website. And then another client where they need to provide quite a few details about their My Listing website. You know, I've said to them, what are your categories, what are your tags, what are the search fields, what are your application fields? Because if they don't think about that, well, quite frankly, it just doesn't make sense. It won't make no sense to kind of start the website. You know, I need the pieces. I need to know what the Lego pieces are. Yeah, Pixar, so that other comment you've done about the video I released today, even that didn't come out. Do you know what, mate? And you're right, and what you've said there about, you know, colours and photography and all of that is true. God, I wonder how many other people have been hit by this some slight YouTube issue. But you know what? It is what it is. but you just gotta move on and let it go. Right, just let it go. So hopefully this other client gets back with their details, because I'm itching to get started on their website. Have you just commented now, though, Pixar? Have you just commented now? Is that another one from before? Hold on. I know what's happened. I know what's happened. I think I know what's happened. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I think I know what's happened. Actually, no, it's not. Sometimes YouTube automatically puts people into the review box. You're not in the review box, right? You're not in there, so you're not being reviewed. But I just think that whatever you did an hour ago, those comments have now just kind of lost. But oh, did you have the same problem, Carapos? Was this? Oh, yeah, it's YouTube, yeah. So I would just say, seriously, don't worry about it, okay? If you were to comment now on any of them, your comment will most likely come through. I don't think you can fix it, Pixar. That's the thing. It's like, if there's a problem... Well, all I did nothing. All I did was check you're not on the block list, and you weren't. Why would you be? And I just think it was a temporary thing. I mean, I've noticed YouTube Studio, the back end has changed really slightly. And when I started the live chat, it chucked me out. It disconnected me. And I was like, why has it done that for? So, yeah. I don't know why. Don't know why. But I wouldn't worry about it. Hey, Stacy, how are you? Hope you're okay. The only thing I can think of, Pixar, have you maybe done a comment somewhere else that got picked up as spam, or someone didn't like it? Not for me, but for someone else. And then it went and affected all the others. I don't know, but the main thing is you're back now. So I would say, Pixar, right? I'm going to say, can you go and put a comment on this video? Go put a comment here. Go put a comment on that video right now, and I'll see if it comes through. Just go and put something like smiley face. Don't do anything. Just put smiley face. Don't do chapter and verse. Just a smiley face. Hey, what's up, Raheem? Nothing. Are you all right? Remember, all of you are friends, okay? You're all friends out there. Yeah. Okay? You all look out for one another. One day, right, zombies will rise and the world will be a dangerous place, and you're going to need each other. And if you can't play Nerf Wars... Oh, he's gone. I was going to finish off with, you got each other's back. He just walked out. I was gone. He was gone. Maybe, I tell you what I wonder, right, is maybe the owner of that video raised your comment or you as spam, and then YouTube might have whatever. But if you just comment now on mine, because you're not on my block, you're not on my block list, so just comment on that video link I sent you. And it might have just been a temporary short-term thing. Maybe they just stopped you commenting for a period of time. But you're on the live chat now, so that's got to be a good thing, right? Do any of you get like twitchy when you're just waiting on a client? You're fully confident the client will get you the stuff by tomorrow because we've been in conversation. I'm confident. But don't you still get twitchy? And here's why I get twitchy. If they gave me this stuff now, I could start now. I could start now, because the other website, the New York one, they won't get back to me until 6 p.m. So until they get back to me, I could have made a start and made a dent of about 3 hours worth of work. I get so twitchy. See, here's the thing, Pixar, yeah. I always feel, yeah, that you should be allowed to say what you want, because you're not attacking the channel, are you? Or the person. What you're doing is giving your honest opinion of a movie, a review. And unless you say something that is like totally untrue, you know, it's totally just rubbish, I can understand them removing the comment. You know, and I think if you're not... Exactly. I mean, it's a bit like... Unless you're attacking the channel or the person on there, they might not like that. And they might block you, whatever. But yeah, just an opinion. But some people get very sensitive. Like, I've already made clear I didn't like it that someone said I talk too much, and I was like, "What? What are you talking about? What are you doing here for then?" That was more personal to me, kind of thing. But if someone comes on and says I don't like the way you've approached this, I normally say, and they give a different approach, I go, "Great, I've learned from this as well, and I might do another video on it or whatever," kind of thing. You know what I mean? To be honest, Pixar, if someone says to me, yeah, how do I look in this? And I don't think they look good in an item of clothing, I say it. There used to be some people in my old workplace, they'd come in, I just pulled my arm muscle pointing. Oh my God, I felt a sharp pain then. Ooh, I just felt a sharp pain going like that. But it's like, they used to come in and they might be wearing something that did not flatter them, or it just didn't look great. And they'd come in and they'd be like, how do I look? How do I look? And you can clearly see that everyone is probably thinking the same as me. But they're like, oh, yeah, you look great. Oh, wow, you look wonderful. And I'd be like, you don't look good in that. And they get offended. And I would say to them, I'm really sorry. You come in asking us all what we think. What, you want us all to just lie and say, yeah, you look great? You want us to compliment you? You want us to make you continue wearing or buying stuff that doesn't look great on you so that everyone else can laugh at you? By me telling you that doesn't really look good on you, I'm actually helping you out, and I'm stopping you from getting attacked out there by the big wide world. I'm actually trying to say, look, you know, it's my honest opinion. And if you don't like my honest opinion, don't ask. And that's one of the things I followed through in my life, you know. If someone says to me, like, sometimes my wife gets a bit annoyed with me. She might cook something, and she'll be like, what do you think? And I'll go, yeah, it's all right. And she's like, is that it? I go, well, yeah, it's all right. It's okay. It's edible. I like it. It's not bad. It's not nasty. I like it. And I say to her, because she's expecting me to say, this is amazing. And I have to say to her, but it's not amazing. It's not, it's okay. It's all right. When it's amazing and it blows me away, I'll tell you it's amazing. But I can't say this is amazing if it isn't. Because if I say it's amazing to make you feel good, you're going to start believing it's amazing. You'll do more of it. And then some people will be like, it's all right. It's the reality check, isn't it? And sometimes it's the reality check we do to each other when we build websites and stuff like that. Right? You know, just bringing yourself off the pedestal to know when is something okay, when is it amazing, and when is it just not hitting the benchmark. You need to know. Because if you're not hitting the benchmark, but people keep telling you, yeah, it's all right, you won't improve, will you? You'll just keep being there because you think that's all right. But no, it never was. Or it wasn't good enough or whatever. And when you're there, again, if people keep saying it's amazing, you won't rise to another new level. In fact, you might be doing that. You're dipping a bit now and again. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, the Mankini, Borat. You're right, Pixar. You're right. So Pixar, your comment right now has gone into review mainly because of that word you put there, but I'll show it anyway because it's all right. I can approve it. Boop. But the thing is, Pixar, right? There are some questions you don't ask because you know you might not get the answer you want. So because of my philosophy in life, there are some things you just don't ask. You assume. And what you've just written is you just go with the assumption. Just believe you're an Adonis. You just believe you're like, just go with it, right? Do you know what I mean? It's one of the things you don't ask, right? You can usually tell. But it's one of those things I don't like. And like sometimes there have been some people like where on Elementor people put their website, and I've sometimes gone in, loads of people, on Elementor Facebook group, sometimes people put their website and loads of people are going, that's amazing, that's wicked, oh my God, blah, 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 blah. I'll go in and I'll be like, it's just full of lotties, the page speed is bad, the layout, it doesn't flow, the typography, and I'll be honest. And sometimes I get criticised for that. What are you doing that for? We should all be here to learn and we should all be here to support each other. And I'm like, well, actually, by me pointing out, it looks old-fashioned, it's full of lotties, the typography's all over the place, there's no flow or pattern, there's a mixture of colours all over the place. They hopefully will learn from that. But by loads of you going, oh, it's amazing, it's amazing, it's amazing, you're setting them up for a fail. Have you ever seen that? Where sometimes people just put, oh, it's amazing, and you kind of go, no, it's not. It's not. Or sometimes I will go and say, I can clearly tell that you've used an Astra template here and you haven't done anything more than swap out images and stuff. So, are you asking us to review your changes, or are you asking us to review... Well, what are you asking us to review? What are you? And some people really don't like it when I go, right, you've done your website, you put an image of your desktop, I just looked at your mobile version, it's all over the place, and I looked at your page speed insight, it's all over the place, and they don't want to know. They kind of go, yeah, because I ain't done it. And I kind of go, but you should have done it. You should have done your mobile check at the time you did your desktop. You should have checked your page speed at every stage as well. So you know why your score dropped. You know the reason why to explain to yourself or your client. But if you don't, if you put your website out there for review, don't be surprised if you get some hard truths, because believe me, I am not perfect at all. I make mistakes. I get things wrong. And the minute someone says something to me, like Vito from Atarim, he pointed something out on my website and I was like, oh my God, yeah, I didn't see that. He said to me, why haven't you done that? And I was like, oh my God, why didn't I? And literally it was the width of my divider line. It was too thin. It needed to be about 5 pixels. That was it. But it was just, you just need someone to just kind of go, hey, I'm here to help you because I'm here to help. We're here to help. False hope, exactly, Jason. So George, client has site, wants a redesign and hosting. The other dev doesn't want to give them the domain. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. I tell you what, this is one of the reasons why I say to my clients, whether you use me or not, don't care who you decide to use, do not let anyone else buy your domain for you. Make sure you own your domain. Okay, make sure you own it. No, Pixar, you're not dominating. Everything you're saying, it kind of fits in with what we're talking about, isn't it? By the way, Pixar, don't step back. You're in the arena now, right? This is the kick-ass live chat. She said they paid 15,000 euros. Flipping heck. The theme's only 39.9. No way. George. They're the scenarios that get me. Hey, take care, Jason. They are the scenarios that get me so mad. Right? Look, if we can make profit on what we do, of course you're going to do that. But there is a level of integrity and honesty out there, right? 15,000 euros for a $39 theme. Oh, I feel sorry for that client. Take care, Jason, all right? Oh, man, I really feel for her now on that. She should go back to them and tell them. In fact, have you done ScanWPNet on her website? Because normally that will show you the name of the theme so you can prove, so she has more evidence. Tell her to do that. You know, template, go back to the devs and just say, the trouble is, though, here's the problem, right? Here's the problem, right? If they own her domain, I mean, she can get ownership back. You got to go through, is it Nominet? Who'd you go? No, I can't remember who you go through now. You go through someone to get it back, right? Oh, of course, George. But yeah, no, I'm just saying, though, if she wants to get more evidence, she can get it as well. Of course you hacked it. I'm just going to get a vitamin tablet, by the way. Oh, yeah, you got WordPress access. And just a multivitamin, by the way. Multivitamin gummies. I think the problem is, though, is like the domain. And these are the moments where I have a real, how to explain it? Inside right now, George, after you've told me that, I feel really low and sad right now. Not your fault, but really right now, I feel really hurt. Not your fault, but I feel really hurt. Because I can feel now her pain. You know, I just feel like, because can you imagine right now if that was you in that scenario? What you paid for and what you actually got. Can I ask, though, where are the devs based? Do you know where the devs are based? Where are the devs based? Do you know what country they're in? This is it, Pixar. So, for many, many years, we hear about cowboy builders, don't we? You know, builders, extensions and houses and stuff like that. They give good builders a bad name. Well, for a long, long time now, we have so many cowboy builders and developers in websites as well, don't we? Who just give good website builders a bad name. Just like we have a lot of website builders that do it for such a low price that they make any of us that charge more, we're then seen to be greedy. We're then seen to be the scammers ripping people off. That really gets on my nerves. When we are compared to, well, I can get a website built for $10. I'm like, yeah, so if you're saying your website is worth 24 cans of Pepsi Max, good for you. Go on. Go and drown yourself in it. No, George. When I say made me sad, I think it's just I think it's like, we have fun on here with a kick-ass live chat, right? But I feel like it's one of those things where, You know when you can just imagine right now that poor client, that poor person, what are they thinking? What are they going through, you know? You kind of feel for them. And hopefully this client will kind of now look at what you've done and what you've said. And yeah. I mean, look, either way, it's probably going to be rebuilt, isn't it? If her website's going to be rebuilt, the €15,000 is down the drain, right? If it's going to be rebuilt, the €15,000 is down the drain. So the next thing then is, how committed is she to that domain? Can she start again with a new domain? Or has she already invested so much into that domain, the SEO, the marketing, the branding, social media, company name, all of that? How invested is she into that domain? Yeah, I mean, so what Pixar, what you've said there, yeah, sometimes I do spend about 10 minutes trying to educate the client a little bit as to how you don't have to use me. In fact, you don't have to talk to me again, but I want to just let you know that if you decide to work with anyone else, please, please, please watch out for dun 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 dun. What, that company's won marketing awards? Her business or that company, the other developers won marketing awards? So I spend quite a bit of time educating the client a bit about, look, you don't use me, don't worry, but do not let them buy your domain, number one. Number two, if you can get the hosting yourself, I would advise you to do that. If not, make sure you get it in writing, okay? That if you decide to leave them, they must provide you with the website, or make sure you've got admin access. And then I tell them about the all-in-one migration tool. So export your website, right? Make sure you do backups. Make sure you do a backup of your website to your Google Drive. I say to the client, not theirs, to yours. Okay? So that you're protected a little bit. Damn, the business. Damn. Marketing awards. Are they actual good marketing awards, though? Sometimes a business says, hey, I won an award. And then when you look deeper into the award, it's a bit like, meh. Was it really a worthy award? Meh. Was it? It's like the MTV Movie Awards versus the Oscars. Who cares about the MTV Movie Awards? Does anyone care? Ooh, who wins the award for the best chemistry on-screen kiss? Ooh, who wins the award for the best sneakers? Ooh, who cares about the MTV Movie Awards? Oh man, George. Part of me says she needs to go public about what they did, but then it's like, is it worth it? Is it worth it? But yeah, I do spend about a good 10 minutes talking to clients, trying to get them to understand that, look, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just telling you, if you don't use me, please make sure you consider all these things. Own your domain, get your own hosting, or if they get the hosting for you, make sure you got it in writing that you will get your website back if they stop working with you. Make sure you do your own updraft, Google Drive, whatever, right? Your all-in-one migration. Every now and again, download a backup so you got that, okay? The full website, I mean, so you can take it elsewhere. Yeah, make sure you do that so you are more protected, because that website is your business. You lose control over your domain or the website. You can lose the hosting, but as long as you got the website, you can move it over. You might have a day or two downtime, but you don't, as long as you control that, you are so much more protected. But too many people, and I'm not going to criticize anyone here if you do this, but too many people let the developers or someone own the domain, own the hosting and all of that. So in effect, they don't actually own anything at all. They're paying for it, but they don't actually own anything. So I'm like, the risk here is huge. You know, they could hold you to ransom and... There you go, George. And I think it's the trust. It's the relationship you're building. The partnership that you are building with them is going to be rewarded with a new project. It's about integrity, isn't it? It's integrity at the end of the day. Rather than the, yeah, we'll build your website. You know, now we can... Guess what? I can start your website right now. I am busy. I've got websites coming out my ear holes. But I can do your website right now. And I'll do even this for you. And you know. But when you're honest, when you're transparent, your integrity, when you offer solutions, advice, when you do something for them that they weren't expecting, you go and do something that they were like, wow, yeah, cheers. You know. So the website we're starting tomorrow, before they even paid a deposit, I said to them, look, can I just have a look at your back end? Because if I think your website's got problems, I'll let you know whether we can work with you or not. And I pointed out a few things to him and he was like, wow, yeah, this is cool, you know. Or sometimes I say to them, I offer them a bit of advice, you know. While we're talking about their future project, I start talking about their current website. So like this one, the food restaurant one, I commented on his header, his landing page. I says, you think about, I says, look, even if you don't use me, can you please go and do da-da-da-da-da? And that's when he admitted, I don't know how to do that. I was like, look, do you want me to just go in and do it? Whether you use me or not, I just think you really need to address that just to help yourself out. It's these little things that just... Oh man, Jimmy, I forgot to email Melissa. Again. I'm about to stop the live shortly anyway, guys. So there's no point me emailing Melissa. Uh-oh. Big mistake, Dr. Jones. I'm making a mistake. It's 1 hour 43, and I am going to cut off in 2 minutes. Because that will mean I've had a total of nearly close to 5 hours of sat on my backside, right? And I need to get my glutes moving. You know, my glutes. So I need to not my glutes aren't squeaky, by the way, but yeah, don't worry. So I am gonna like cut off in about 2 minutes. I'd be interesting to hear how this one goes, George. I am really interested to know how this goes with getting back control of that domain. Hopefully you do get there. So glad you let us know, Pixar. And oh God, I really hope you don't go through this problem again. By the way, Pixar, if you ever have that problem again, right, and no one's, and no one says hi, Pixar, or I don't say anything, just drop me an email, okay? Drop me an email. Not that I can do anything. Okay, look, I'm going to say, take it easy, everyone, okay? It's always good fun. Have great fun, Jimmy, at Porto. Okay, say hi to the Elementor lot when you see them. Say, hi, Imran says hi. All right, but you take care, all of you, and I shall see you all soon. Take it easy. And look after yourselves. Because you all mean so much to me. You really do. Take care, bye.